The sun rises over the African savanna, painting the grasslands in gold and orange. Beneath this beauty, a daily struggle for survival unfolds. Herds of zebra and wildebeest graze warily, always alert for danger. Giraffes nibble on treetops while predators lurk nearby. Among these hunters, two stand out: the African wild dog, master of teamwork, and the lion, king of brute strength. These rivals share hunting grounds and prey, locked in a timeless competition. We'll explore their social lives, hunting strategies, and the epic clashes that define their rivalry. Witness dramatic encounters between the cunning wild dog pack and the powerful lion pride. This is a story of competition, survival, and the delicate balance of life on the savanna. Welcome to a world of breathtaking beauty and relentless challenge. The African wild dog's greatest weapon is teamwork. Packs are tight-knit families, led by an alpha pair, raising pups together and sharing food. Before a hunt, the pack gathers in a lively ritual, synchronizing their energy. Their strategy isn't stealth or speed, but relentless endurance, running down prey over miles. They communicate with unique calls, coordinating to outmaneuver and exhaust their quarry. Success rates are high. Wild dogs are among Africa's most efficient hunters. After a kill, cooperation continues. Food is shared and pups are fed first. Some dogs even regurgitate meat for those left at the den. This social structure, built on sharing and support, is their key to survival. In a world of powerful competitors, unity is their strength. The wild dog pack proves that in the wild, cooperation conquers all. The lion is the embodiment of power and authority on the savanna. Prides consist of related females, their young, and a few dominant males. Lionesses are the primary hunters, using stealth and teamwork to ambush large prey. Their hunts are brief, explosive, and rely on overwhelming force. After a kill, the pride's hierarchy is clear. Males eat first, then lionesses, then cubs. This system can be harsh, especially in lean times. Lions rule through strength, intimidating roars, and a social structure that enforces their dominance. Their presence shapes the entire ecosystem. The lion's reign is absolute, built on power, strategy, and an unyielding will to dominate. Side by side, wild dogs and lions reveal two distinct paths to predatory success. In the vast African savanna, these two apex predators embody the extremes of nature's design, each perfectly suited to their own unique way of life. Wild dogs are built for endurance, lean, long-legged, and tireless. Their bodies are engineered for long-distance chases, allowing them to pursue prey relentlessly across open plains. With boundless energy, they can run for miles without slowing, relying on stamina rather than stealth or brute force. Lions, on the other hand, are muscular powerhouses designed for short, explosive hunts. Their strength is concentrated in powerful limbs and shoulders, enabling them to launch sudden, devastating attacks. A lion's hunt is a burst of speed and force, often over in seconds. Wild dogs chase prey to exhaustion, working as a team to wear down even the swiftest antelope. Lions, in contrast, rely on stealth and teamwork to ambush and overpower their quarry in a matter of moments, using their sheer strength to bring down large animals. Socially, wild dogs are egalitarian. Food is shared, and the pack's success is collective. Every member, from the youngest pup to the oldest adult, gets a share of the meal. Their survival depends on cooperation, and their bonds are reinforced at every hunt. Lion prides are hierarchical. Dominance determines who eats first. The strongest and most dominant individuals claim the best portions, while others wait their turn. This strict order maintains discipline, but often leads to tension within the pride. Wild dogs communicate with chirps and yips, coordinating over distance. Their high-pitched calls help them stay connected during hunts and keep the pack united, even when spread out across the grasslands. Lions roar, a declaration of power and territory. Their thunderous calls can be heard for miles, warning rivals and uniting the pride. The roar is both a show of strength and a tool for maintaining their domain. One species thrives on cooperation, the other on domination. Wild dogs depend on unity and teamwork, while lions rely on strength and hierarchy to survive and succeed. Even their voices reflect their strategies. Wild dogs for unity, lions for authority. The sounds they make are more than just noise. They are the language of survival, echoing their roles in the savanna. These differences shape every aspect of their lives, from how they hunt and eat to how they raise their young and defend their territory. Every day, their contrasting strategies play out in the drama of the wild. Their rivalry is a study in contrast: endurance versus strength, sharing versus hierarchy, unity versus dominance. Each approach has its own strengths and challenges, making both species fascinating examples of adaptation. Both are perfectly adapted to the challenges of the savanna, thriving in a landscape that demands the very best of every creature. In this tale of contrasts, wild dogs and lions remind us that there is no single path to survival, only the one that fits you best. On the vast, sun-drenched savanna, wild dogs move with purpose and unity, their lean bodies weaving through the tall golden grass. These highly social animals rely on teamwork and coordination, making them some of the most efficient hunters in Africa. But in this unforgiving landscape, wild dogs and lions inevitably clash over territory and food. A lone wild dog separated from its pack stands little chance against the sheer power and size of a lion. The lion's presence is a constant threat, casting a long shadow over the wild dog's daily existence. Yet, when the wild dogs unite as a pack, their strength multiplies. Together, they can harass and outmaneuver even a solitary lion, using their speed and agility to their advantage. The dogs dart in and out, working as a seamless unit, testing the lion's patience and resolve. They nip at the lion's flanks, then retreat just as quickly, always staying just out of reach. Their goal is clear: to drive the lion away from a hard-won kill or to protect their vulnerable young. The air crackles with tension. Lion roars echo across the plains, answered by the wild dog's high-pitched barks and yelps. The lion defends itself with powerful swipes and deep guttural growls, determined not to yield ground. Sometimes the lion seeks cover among the bushes, crouching low to protect its vulnerable flanks from the relentless pack. These confrontations are grueling and can push both sides to their limits, sometimes lasting for hours under the relentless African sun. If the lions are numerous, their combined strength usually tips the balance in their favor. In these moments, the lions often win, driving the wild dogs away and stealing the meal the dogs worked so hard to secure. For the wild dogs, losing a kill is more than just a missed meal. It's a devastating setback that can threaten the survival of the entire pack. The pack moves off, hungry and disappointed, knowing they must start the hunt all over again. This brutal competition for food and territory is a daily reality on the savanna, shaping the lives of both predator and prey. Every encounter between wild dogs and lions is a test of endurance, nerve, and survival instincts. Each side must weigh the risks and rewards, knowing that a single mistake could mean injury or starvation. The delicate balance of the savanna is shaped by these fierce rivalries, where only the most adaptable and determined can thrive. Here, survival is never guaranteed, and every day brings a new challenge. Picture this: wild dogs bring down an impala, feasting quickly, but the scent of blood draws two young lions. Instantly, the dogs switch from celebration to high alert. The lions approach, intent on stealing the kill. The pack splits. Some defend, others eat as fast as they can. The lions charge, scattering the dogs with sheer force. One lion claims the carcass, the other chases the pack away. The dogs circle, barking in frustration, but the battle is lost. The lions settle in to eat, their dominance unchallenged. This scene repeats across the savanna: wild dogs hunt, lions steal. Efficiency meets brute force, and the lions' bullying secures their place at the top. Power, not just skill, rules the African wild. The rivalry between lions and wild dogs is a relentless struggle, driven not by hatred, but by the fundamental need to survive in one of the world's harshest environments. Every day on the African savanna, these two apex predators are locked in a silent contest, each striving to secure enough food and territory for their families. Both lions and wild dogs are hypercarnivores, meaning their diets consist almost entirely of meat. They hunt many of the same prey species: impala, wildebeest, and zebra, forcing them into direct competition for every meal. The savanna is vast, but resources are limited, and every successful hunt can mean the difference between life and death. Every kill is a precious resource, fiercely contested not just by lions and wild dogs, but also by hyenas, vultures, and other scavengers. For these predators, every loss is a setback that threatens the survival of the entire group. Lions are territorial and defend their domains with unmatched ferocity, marking boundaries and patrolling constantly. Wild dogs, on the other hand, are nomadic, traveling vast distances in search of food and safety, often crossing into lion territory. When these territories overlap, conflict becomes inevitable. The savanna becomes a battleground, with both species vying for dominance and survival. Lions view wild dogs as both dangerous competitors and unwelcome intruders. When they encounter wild dogs, lions often attack without hesitation, sometimes killing adult dogs and often targeting vulnerable pups. This brutal behavior, known as competitive killing, is a harsh but effective strategy. By eliminating rivals, lions reduce competition for food and territory, increasing their own chances of survival. As a result, lions are a major cause of wild dog mortality, especially among pups. Wild dog packs must be constantly on guard, as a single encounter with a lion can devastate their numbers. To survive, wild dogs have adapted by choosing dens with thick cover, remaining ever vigilant, and developing complex social behaviors to protect their young. They rely on teamwork and constant alertness to avoid detection by their powerful neighbors. Their existence is a delicate balancing act, hunting efficiently, feeding quickly, and always watching for the looming threat of lions. The pressure is unending, shaping every aspect of their lives. In this unforgiving landscape, survival depends not only on skill and strength, but on constant awareness and the ability to adapt. For wild dogs, every day is a battle for survival against one of Africa's most formidable predators. In this unforgiving world, both species have evolved unique survival strategies. Wild dogs rely on intelligence, mobility, and constant movement to avoid lions. Their pack vigilance and sharp senses help them detect danger early and escape. When forced to fight, they use numbers and agility to harass larger predators. Their vocalizations coordinate defense, and every member risks safety for the pack. Lions, in contrast, use dominance, size, strength, and intimidation to secure territory and food. They steal kills to conserve energy, letting others do the hard work. Roars and scent marks warn rivals to stay away. Both strategies, avoidance and dominance, are effective paths to survival. The savanna rewards both cleverness and power. The rivalry between wild dogs and lions is vital to the savanna's balance. Lions control large herbivore populations, ensuring only the fittest survive. Wild dogs target the weak or unwary, further strengthening herds. Their competition prevents either from becoming too dominant, maintaining ecosystem health. Today, both face new threats: shrinking habitats, disease, and human conflict. Conservation is crucial, not just for these predators, but for the entire savanna. Their story is one of resilience, adaptation, and the eternal dance of survival. The endurance of the pack and the power of the pride make the savanna a place of wonder. Protecting them means preserving one of Earth's last great wild places.